Hello, y'all. Welcome back if you are not new here. Hello if you are. In this video, I'm really excited because I'm going to share my top 5 July 2024 favorites with you. I'm really excited. I've been seeing some awesome growth ever since I decided to get serious and pony up and you know what I mean, do what I gotta do and take the plunge. Same. And I got myself a greenhouse grow 10. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves. The one behind me, obviously, it's a plant stand, but it's not like a tent. Similar, but a little smaller, sadly. However, ever since I got that, like, some of my plants are just, you know what I mean? They're just leveling up. They're just, like, thriving. And you know what I mean? I love that for them. And so, let's get started. So, here we have my Anthurium veitchii king. We love him. We love him. I did not get this plant this month. However, every month I just enjoy watching the growth, the leaves size up, how, each leaf seems to be maturing very well. I'm really happy with it. So when I got the plant, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 months ago, it just had 1, 2, 3 leaves, and this was the most recent leaf it put out, and I was sad because I bought it and it had this little blemish. However, it put out this, and come on, like, the size up is just, it's giving. And it just recently put out this little guy. I'm obviously hoping, and I'm sure he will size up. It's definitely not hardened off. However, I'm not sure if the reason why he got this big is because he was formerly next to a grow light. He was actually in my grow tent for a little bit. It didn't look like it really liked it in there. I don't know if it was just, I don't know. Maybe I'll try putting him back there again. Actually, I probably won't because there's no space. However, from what I remember, it seemed like it was a little too much moisture. It was a little too much something. It was a little too much, like, it was giving like rot. I don't know. It was giving root rot. I don't know. I have a lot of plants. I don't exactly remember. However, I remember it was like, I need to take this out of here. It's not doing well. I remember thinking that to myself. And so I'm just hoping that this new leaf sizes up, just like this one did. I'm hoping it doesn't, like, wimp out, like, get scared or whatever. I'm nice enough. So these are in no particular order. These are just, like, some of my favorites that I want to showcase. So this is my Anthurium veitchii king. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I recently have been just, like, completely obsessed with Anthuriums. I don't know, actually. You might not put that together. I just might be, like, internalizing that. However, I have been really into Anthurium. And so I pulled the trigger and I got this next one, and I'm super happy. I'll link the sellers in the description. But I'm super happy with all the purchases I've been making online recently. Like, I am as honest as they get. You know what I mean? So I'm not scared to be like, this plant shipped and it was fucking yellow. The entire thing. You know what I mean? And I'm reasonable too. Like, when I got this in, some of the tips were just a little yellow. And frankly, when you're shipping a plant that's going to be inevitable sometimes, especially if it's like heat wave, which in this case there was a heat wave. Plants get stressed just like I do. Just like you do. Go to therapy. You know what's funny? I actually rescheduled my therapist today. So, how ironic I say that. Anyway, I am just the lobes, the size, the texture. It is just everything. I'm really happy I like made the plunge. The leaves, I actually like didn't think they would be as thick as they are, but they're frankly pretty thick and stiff. Unlike, unlike a forgetti leaf. I mean, forgetti leaves aren't like thin per se, but they're not like, I don't know, like these are really stiff, rigid. I just love how like erect the stems are. I'm starting to look at this guy and I'm like, shit, should I put him in my greenhouse tent? Yeah, so I'm just like gonna love this guy. I'm gonna see how he does. I don't know. Oh my god, should I put him in my greenhouse tent? Let me know if you think I should put my Anthurium luxurians in my greenhouse tent. I thought since it's like more rigid and like kind of firm, I'm like, it doesn't need high humidity. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to ruin it, guys. Can you please help? Okay. So that has to be number 2. My Anthurium luxurians. Oh my god, duh. I just showed you 2 Anthuriums. I was trying to convince y'all I'm like obsessed with Anthuriums, but I just showed you 2 Anthuriums and I didn't realize. Okay, let's switch it up. This next one's really exciting. I've actually posted this plant on r/goth plants and a lot of people loved it. And of course, like duh, I'm not surprised. This plant I've actually traded, so if I hadn't traded I'm sure it would have been bigger, a little more mature, which, I'm not mad about it. It was a good trade. I got 2 plants and I really like both of them. Anyway, I'm doing another trade and they asked if I had this plant. And I was like, yeah, because, I am willing to give it to them. I like the person, like, I started interacting with them on Reddit and they just seem really sweet and kind, and like they were receiving a cutting from another Redditor and they were like, I'm receiving 2 and I'll reserve one for you if you want to like trade me or whatever. And I was like, oh my god, please. They were like, if you can include a Sunny Angel, and I'm like, yeah. Because I have a couple left from when I used to collect. I no longer collect. I sold most of my collection. I have like 3 in my personal collection. That's it. And they're pretty. Anyway. So I was like, yeah, I'll include a Sony Angel, like whatever you want. Like I just really want, what they have is the Begonia polonensis. And that one is the one that looks like almost like spider webbing. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. And there's a couple others that look similar, but it's just not that one. So I'm like, I just need to wait until I find it, until it's in stock somewhere. And I just happened to reach out to this Redditor and they saw that I posted in different Reddits looking for it. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna trade them a cutting of this one. Regardless, everyone loves it. It's beautiful, and so here it is. The underside is just as cool. Trigger warning if you have trypophobia. And they get like more and more intricate the more the plant matures. It is just incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'm obsessed. This newest leaf has a little bit of damage, and I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know how that happened in my greenhouse tent, but sometimes I learned my lesson, needless to say. However, yeah, this guy is just gorgeous. I love him. This is my Begonia Ferox. He's a pretty fast grower. I do fertilize with every watering. And I'm a basic bitch, frankly. I just be like Miracle Grow. Put some Miracle Grow in that hoe. And I'll get there one day. I'll one day be eco and all this cute stuff and natural, and I'll be composting in no time. I live in an apartment. Just leave me alone, please. Like, anyway. Next up, I have this Hoya cutting here. So it initially started as this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaf cutting, and potted it up with some rooting powder, put it in my greenhouse tent, and it looks like it might have blasted this peduncle, which is sad. Oh my gosh. This is real though. This is real life. Shit. So if you watch my most recent video, you'd know that unfortunately I've only been fortunate enough to have a Hoya flower when I already bought it with peduncles. Oh my gosh, these new leaves are so fuzzy and cute. Hopefully you can see how fuzzy they are. Anyway, so yeah, I was really excited when you can see it put out this little peduncle. Okay. Hopefully you can see that peduncle. Regardless, I think it might have blasted. And I'm really sad. Ooh. I'm really sad about that. Guys, help me. Help me. Like, I'm still a beginner. Don't be fooled. It's because of my last video. I bought it with that peduncle. I'm so freaking sad. Like, what could I have done differently? Yeah. It's done. Oh, that's really sad. Okay. Get over it. Be a big girl. If you have any Hoya tips, please let me know. When I got this plant, I believe I already said it was no ID. However, I now believe this is a Hoya Caudata. The leaves are kind of rough, the shape, you know, the rigid kind of edges, the splash. That's what it looks like to me. Dude, I'm so freaking sad about that peduncle. Like, please. Like, what can I do differently? Help me, Hoya Masters. There's this one guy, I forget his name. I'll put it in post when I'm editing, if I recall. But he's this, like, older white gentleman who always has his little martini. I think it's, like, planted in Rhode Island or something. Like, I don't know. He's so cute, dude. And all his Hoyas are like thriving, and I just want to be him. Anywho. So that is my Begonia caudata. Caudata. I'm like newly Hoya obsessed, and I had one Hoya bloom, like I said, and so I just am like, I'm inspired. I'm like, I got this, like I can make it happen. I have my little greenhouse, like I've been putting most of my Hoyas in that, and others, like I'm trying to just get to flower in my like ambient house temperature. Like my house is around like 70 typically, 70, 75. um I don't really like it warmer than that, or excuse me, cooler than that. I run cold. So, I don't know. They get sun. They're fed. Like, I don't know. Okay. So my last one, eh? For this last one, call me crazy. I don't know. Like, sometimes I'm very much the type of person, like, if it makes me happy, I'm gonna do it. And so, like, when I'm trading, this goes with a lot of stuff. Like, I used to trade Sunny Angels a lot. I mentioned this. But, like, sometimes they're like, oh my God, are you sure you want to trade that? Like, and it's like, yeah, like, in this moment, it's making me happy. Like, I appreciate, like, nobody's trying to lowball me. But, you know, I trade a Begonia Ferox cutting for this plant and a Gloriosum. Frankly, I'm going to be super duper honest with you. I have not seen a Gloriosum in person in a nursery nearby ever. And I frequent the nurseries. There is one like rare plant nursery near me, and I go once every couple months, once every 2 or 3 months, and I love it, but they rotate. So like maybe they just don't have a Gloriosum when I'm there. I can order it online somewhere else. But like, I don't know, like I just wanted one really bad and I didn't have one, so I traded it. I traded it for this guy too. And some people might not think that's fair, but I did and I do. So I'm happy with it. This is my Philodendron Mexicanum. Stop. I really like this plant. I really like the shape of the kind of thin leaves. The color is pretty. The underside is like a pinkish, maroonish, muted tone, and it's cute. I really like it. It's a little leggy, but a lot of philodendrons are. I don't care. I like them all. And there's like a pink princess hate trend going on right now. And maybe it's just the fact that the prices have come down and maybe we're all coming to our senses now. But I still love my $60 pink princess. And it's okay if you love your overpriced pink princess too. If it makes you happy, like sometimes you gotta like restrain yourself, but sometimes you just gotta just give in. You just gotta give in. And so this Philodendron Mexicanum is my last favorite for this month, but I'm gonna give, just for shits and gigs, an honorable mention to my pink princess. Here she is. Yeah. She's cute or whatever. She has had spider mites. She is resilient. She is independent. I got impatient and I started trying to take her leaves out. And did I rip them? Yes. Don't worry about it. She bounces back. Let me not even. But for better, for worse, this is my Pink princess. And she looks better from this angle. She looks best from this angle. Right? I'm like being blinded. Because from this angle, she's like, okay. Big whoop. Who cares? I do! Stop it. And I did take a cutting and I gave her to my uncle. I was like, you know what? And you know what? My supervisor, his daughter, made me a crane chain, origami, rainbow. I gave her a pink princess pup. I'm like Oprah. You know what I mean? That's what that's what plants are for. To love and to share. That is going to be it for me. This, once again, was my July 2024 plant current favorites. These are some plants I just want to highlight. I've just been loving on. One of my favorite parts of the day is like before work, after work, whenever it is, just like coming to my plant stands and just like looking at them. What's new? What's going on? Who's pregnant? Who's been doing what with who? What's going on? And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. I hope that you join me again for the next one. Thank you so much again for joining me. And I hope you have a good rest of your week.